You're watching The Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time.
Welcome to The Sports Spin, your weekly dose of sports action, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Mark Mason, John Nurden, we watch the games, we call the games, and now we spin the games.
Today we got a new Monster Play champion, the NFL and NBA on the call of the week, and we break down our game of the week. So John, let's get started. Well, welcome to the Week Rewind. We're going to get started with some scores, and then we're going to get to a highlight package game of the week. Game of the week was Union versus Stansbury, but first, John, let's look at the scores.
I'm going to go ahead and just run these down real quick today. So, Uintah Soccer, 0-4 against Maple Mountain. 3-2 against Wasatch. Tough game. Had a big injury to the backup goalkeeper to varsity. Broke his face. Tough one.
Yeah, and the 0-4...
0-4 played tough, but gave up some goals.
Compliment from the coach. Toughest team they said they faced all year.
Yes. Union Soccer, we'll get to that in a minute. Uintah Baseball, they beat Basin again, 6-4, so they're 2-4 in region. Union Baseball, they got beat by Emory and they got beat by Park City, so we'll move on.
Yeah, and let's go back to the Uintah. Uintah is 4th in region, but they have the 2nd best overall record.
No, they're going to be fine. They played the two toughest teams to start, so
yeah.
it should be good. They're playing right now and should be doing good today. Uintah Softball, they got beat by Spanish Fork, who's ranked number 1 in the state, 1-15. Wasatch, they beat them 17-0, and then they beat Snow Canyon 18-4, and Maple Mountain 9-5. That a big week.
Wow, that's a good one. That's a good win.
Then Union Softball, 17-0 against Park City, and then a tough one against Grantsville, 8-9. Wow. Just a tough one. Duchesne, they're still 11-0 in region, and Altamont doing good. They're back 4-3 in region now. They're kind of getting back in the game.
And they won Rockwell. We'll get to that here in a bit.
They will.
Yeah.
Or we will.
Yeah.
And that's the rundown real quick. Let's talk a little more about this Union Soccer game, Mark. VTV covered that, and you commentated it.
Yeah, great. So we're going to go Game of the Week. It's a new feature here on the Week Rewind, and we want to take a look at this Union-Stansbury game. Going into it, Union had played Stansbury and got blanked. They got the mercy rule, 8-0.
8-0.
Ends the game early, and talked to Coach Goodrich. Hey, we're going to be a better team that faces this. We had some of the guys out, and we're at home. It's going to be a whole different game, and it was. Got to look at these highlights. Let's go right into them. Had VTV there. Game of the week, right off the bat. Oh, it was a tough one.
You know, that goal, though, Mark, it comes from just a defense trying to possess and control the ball, which is much better than just kicking the ball from them.
Yeah, and so, and then a lot of nice saves from Duncan. And here was an unfortunate thing. This is the second goal for Stansbury. Turnover, goalkeeper came out of the box, got a hands, and then they didn't kick the penalty in the air. They put it on the ground, and the defense was clearly setting up for an in-the-air attack.
They went a little quick. Also, I think that Tyker just he went out there, and if he just acted like he was okay, it might have been okay. You know, he kind of hesitated because he saw the line and worried about it, and it was just one of those moments where he's going to learn from that, and he's going to be better the next time that opportunity comes. And, you know, they're a good team. They have a chance to get into the state playoffs this year and next year. They have a lot of returning players. It's a great learning experience for them against a tough team.
Right, and a 3-0 loss, that feels bad. It feels like they got their butts kicked. But you saw, and we were talking over the highlight, one of the free kicks, it's this miraculous poke save by the Stansbury keeper. Not only does he poke save it, but he punches it into the bar. I mean, the margin is like an inch. If it's an inch in either direction, that ball's in the upper 90. And they had a lot of great runs, a lot of great shots, and it's been a little bit of the curse for Union Soccer all year. They couldn't find the back of the net.
They're growing, though. You know, I watch the game, and I see Kevin Hicken in the middle just controlling the ball. It's not just a kick and run and a ping-pong game. They're actually controlling the ball, looking to make passes, looking to have a build-up. It's a much better game of soccer now than it has been in the past.
And the one thing they're missing a little bit is some of those through balls. They can't spring those forwards loose. And that's the difference. Stansbury, they got some of those through balls. They had some of the turnovers on that upper third for Stansbury, which led to some goals. 3-0. Game of the week. It was a pleasure to be there. It was beautiful soccer, and Coach Goodrich was right. Hey, we competed in that one.
So this week we have VTV is going to cover Uintah Soccer on Friday, It's the Octane game, big game, lots of people there, free T-shirts. Show up early. They'll have some hot dogs and T-shirts to give away.
And that starts at 4 o'clock on the 30th. Is that correct?
On Friday.
Friday the 30th. Go there, check it out. That'll be the game of the week next week here on the Week Rewind. And now we're going to dive right in to the monster plays.
So, Mark, we had a new winner this week.
Drive
for show, putt for dough.
Now, we want to remind everyone, because on that highlight, you can't see what happened, but she drove a par 4 onto the green. So all you see on the highlight is the ball on the green. Let me tell you, that's not something that's easily done on any level. And she's doing it as a woman golfer. Puts it on. Of course, it's her home course, so she knows.
And she's golfing number 1 for the team, Mark, but she is a sophomore.
Yeah.
They're very young, very good team. And, you know, she was a little disappointed I put the putt on because she wanted everyone to think she made it. But, you know, good job for her. Nice hit. Get out, get the boat, see if you can keep her in place.
Uintah golf. Okay, so now we're going to go what next? We've got a block party?
Block party.
Let's take a look at that.
Duncan.
Yeah, we'll go to Duncan. And Duncan, he kept the game close because Stansberry easily could have had a 5 or 6 goal game, but Duncan had some miraculous saves, some kick saves, some dive saves, some punch saves.
That one's amazing right there.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, Duncan, he's playing inspired keeper for Union. He's under duress a lot of the game, and he's part of the reason he's suppressing those scores.
And last time he was in,
yeah,
he won. So Union, get the vote out. Another vote for, what are we calling that one again? The block party.
Block party. Let's go out to Altamont for this last one, John. Altamont, we're going to call this one I Believe I Can Fly. I'm not sure how tall she is. What is she, 5'2"? Do we know for sure?
Oh, my goodness.
And I want you to know she just cleared 6'1" on that jump. Is that correct?
So she's jumping over your head almost.
Over my head, and she's 5'2". I can't remember her name, but Altamont.
No,
high
well
jumper.
done.
I believe she can fly. I believe we'll figure out her name if she wins next week. And that is the Monster Plays. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at The Sportsman and vote for your favorite play. What do we have? Block party, putt for dough, something.
Drive for show, putt for dough.
That's it. And I believe I can fly. All right, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back here on The Sports Spin.
The Mako robot is a robotic arm that assists me in surgery. We're able to do a scan of the joint for joint replacement, put that 3D info into the computer of the robot, and then we can plan exactly on the computer where those implants should go. It doesn't allow me to make any mistakes. The most exciting thing for me about the robot is what it can do for my patient. This is the Mako Robotic Arm, exclusive here at Uintah Basin Medical Center.
We're back on the Sports Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Now it's time for the all-new bald spin cycle. So today we have Bill Cypher with us, Uintah athletic director, athlete extraordinaire, and he fits right in with Mark and I, except he's a little shinier than we are, Mark.
No, he's just better kept than us. He shaved it today so he'd look good on the camera.
It takes a little time.
And when we talk about an athlete, John, this guy's the athlete. 2-time Ironman, is that right? You could tell the kids down at the school about endurance, mental fortitude, all that kind of stuff. You know, right?
Yeah, been there.
Right. You go, yeah, like it's an easy thing. Come on, let's have a little bit of cockiness with this.
You just got to be a little bit dumb to do it, I think. So just turn your brain off and go.
Yeah, right. Well, we appreciate you coming to the spin cycle. We've got some questions for you. If you're ready, we're just going to put you on the hot seat. Is that okay?
Great.
I've got one for you, and a lot of people ask, the difference between 4A and 3A. Give us your take on that. How has that been for for the school this year, and how do you see that?
I see it actually as a really good thing. 4A is really competitive in a lot of areas. And so it gives our kids a great opportunity to get a lot more exposure than maybe they would in a smaller school. So, you know, we have opportunities to go down. Scouts are there at games, seeing some of these more high-profile kids in these bigger schools.
I think you're definitely right. You know, as I look at soccer, we definitely have a different level of play too. You have to step up a little in 4A, and I think all of our teams have seen that, you know, and it has been a little different level of competition. A little tougher for us, hasn't it?
Absolutely. You know, we really got to prepare. You know, I look at last year, take softball, for example. They went through region play last year, didn't give up a single run.
Not even a run.
Not one run, and that's unheard of. And then, so we come in here and it's a dogfight every single game. So 1 through 7 in our regions are tough, and especially for that 4 spot, that last playoff spot. Basketball, both basketball team, girls and boys, were right in it. Volleyball was right there. A win can change the whole dynamic.
One win's making a difference now. So very
yeah,
good.
one win, and you know, and Uintah's been in 3A for so long. You kind of got used to the teams. I had an experience. Got to go out to Springville, and Springville was a hostile crowd.
Yeah, I was at that game.
You know, and they had chants, and they were preset chants. And our kids were wilting under that pressure a little bit, you know, kind of a close game, and right at the end it just exploded to kind of a 20-point loss. Then you come to Uintah and we see the kids dressed up, they're having fun, and then a few times I've seen the administration go, shut them down. It's kind of the good for the goose is good for the gander, but what is your take as the athletic director? Why did we see kind of a little disparity, and is there a way we address that throughout the region?
Well, you know, we actually have addressed it in the region. One of the things we pride ourselves in, and really High School Activities Association in general, is sportsmanship. And so we really try to stay positive. So any of the chants and cheers we have should really be focused on the positive. We're cheering for our kids, we're not rooting against the other. Yeah. So really that's the take. So if there are certain things that we see our kids are doing that's kind of targeted one kid on the other team, something like that, we tend to shut it down. But we love our kids there. They're phenomenal, they're great supporters, and we want them to be loud and proud and positive.
Yeah, and they dress up like, you know, whatever Maple Mountain, they came out like as the Lumberjacks or something,
yeah.
You know, and then we had all sorts of themes, and they were loud and proud, you know, and you talk about being in there. I mean, the boys basketball particularly had a chance to go to playoffs up to the last game, and it was a close game to the last minute.
Yeah,
so
very, very close. So
good.
So 4A's tougher, a little closer. What do you see for the future now? We have, you know, we're wrapping up the spring sports. A few sports look like they all have an opportunity to maybe get some state playoff time. But in the future, further than that, what do you see for football coming in?
Well, football's tough all the way around. But we have a good program, we have a good coaching staff that knows 4A.
And it's a second-year staff now. It's not a brand new staff.
It's not brand new. So
you know what to do better in your job. They know what to do better in their job.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing, you know, one of the things that, you know, football, we need a lot of kids. A lot of kids. I mean, it's a huge program, and we need small, fast kids, and we need big, strong kids. And so, you know, growing up, these kids, we really need to kind of bring them along. Is that, you know, no matter what their size or ability, let's get them in there and let's get them going and have a positive experience.
I think one difference for our community, and I think everyone recognizes this, is it starts at the bottom. You know, in other communities, they have programs outside of their high school, and we don't. What do you think of that? Has that been a little tougher for us here, do you think, going into 4A where they have those opportunities in the bigger cities?
Like as far as like club or travel or accelerator?
Club and just more like kids and more football programs. They can go be in a program here or there, and we have one.
Yeah, and you know, I've thought a lot about this because, you know, it might look like a negative thing because, you know, if, you know, say Timpview down there in 4A, football powerhouse, and you know, we look at them, they have great programs and kids gravitate to their program for football. However, guess what? We don't have to compete. We don't have any kids that are going anywhere else. We got them, so let's take those kids that we have and bring them in.
I'm with you, and I think that it's definitely a benefit for us that we have the opportunity to grow as a team. from young
for every stage.
on the way
Absolutely.
up, at every stage of the game. And I think you're spot on with that it's an advantage for us.
Yep.
The disadvantage, we can't recruit quite as well as they can.
One last question, we'll get you out of here. Seems like Uintah for years was the good old boys club. You know, if you were from here, you coached here, you were the athletic director. We've got guys like John that are kind of implants. Sorry, John, I know you've been here for a while, but you've come from outside. How has the community received that, and do you think that's just the way it's going to be? Look for talent wherever it might lie, or what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's great that they're willing to look at me from outside. Vernal's been great for my family and me. It's been a great ride. We've been here now for a couple of years now. My kids are thriving. So I think it's great. I think we bring in a lot of people from outside. Vernal's a very welcoming and opening community to a lot of people, and they've really kind of taken us under their wing. It's been great.
And Bill, I'm thankful. You know, I get to work with you very closely, and I think you've done a great job, and you really make the programs happy and have everything they need. Well done, good job. Wrap around the AD in our town. Thanks for coming out.
Hey,
Thanks so much
guys.
for coming, Bill.
Sure appreciate you.
Kick off the boys soccer season with VTV6 live coverage. Like us on Facebook or click over to VTVChannel6.com for broadcast information. Live high school soccer is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, and Moon Lake Electric. Don't miss a goal with VTV6 live coverage. Streaming to VTVChannel6.com. VTV6, your life in HD.
Welcome back. Let's get right into our calls of the week. All right, let's take a look at last week. And John, I'm not sure how to call this because we're going to go right to the first one was Union Soccer versus Stansbury. We tried to call the exact score. 5-2 me, 4-2 you.
So I'm closer with the 4 score. We both had 2, and I'm closer with the 4, so I win. 1-0 for John.
I was 3 points off. They lost by 3 points.
You make a great argument, and 3 weeks ago, I thought the same thing.
Let's just call this one a push.
Let's not, because 3 weeks ago.
Push. Both of us lose. Neither one of us got the right
3
score.
weeks ago, I didn't get it for that same
you're
reason.
still talking. We're moving on.
No, wait, we can't move on. I know you want to move on, but
3 points. I win. I said they were going to win by 3.
But I was closer.
3,
You said 5, I said
3.
4.
I said they were going to lose by 3. They lost by 3.
I win.
We'll put that out to Twitter, see who wins. All right, next one. Push. Push on that one. Neither one of us got the right one. What was next?
You went to baseball versus Basin.
And you win Payson.
I did. I
What
usually
happened?
go homer. I
10-5.
lost.
You win.
You win. I'm so
clearly.
happy. So happy you win. Mark, I'm happy to have you win.
Push, win. Now let's move on to the next one. We both
win, 1-1, and then a push. It's a tie this week.
No. Push, win, push. Altamont beat Rockwell.
Win, push.
Win, push. All right.
Rock, paper,
I'll take
scissors
that
again.
One. Either way
Holy
you do the math,
smokes.
I win last week. Okay, 5-3 now on Mark. And don't forget that we also had last week 100% victory on, what was that? What do we call that one where we duke it out? What do we call that?
The spin-off?
The spin-off. 100%.
And here's the thing, just so everyone knows, we didn't have a lot of turnout on that one. Mark, how many votes did you get?
100%.
6.
100%.
6 votes.
And you got none, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
That's 100%. 6 to nothing.
Maybe we can get the,
so I take
the vote out a
week.
little earlier.
All right, there we go.
Nice week for you, Mark. That's a great week. It feels good, doesn't
It
it?
does feel good. 100%.
All right, let's get to the calls of the week this week.
You couldn't get one vote?
First call.
Doesn't your wife vote? She voted for me. It's because I'm such a cute little thing, aren't I?
You're just a cute little thing.
I'm just a cute little thing, and his own wife voted for me.
All right.
Moving on.
Number 1 in NFL draft. Who do you got, Mark? Who's going number 1?
Oh my
This
gosh.
is the Rams. The Rams are picking.
Rams, and they have the kid out of Cal. I can't think of Goff, Jared Goff, or Wentz out of North Dakota.
And Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz. And here's the thing. They got to take Goff. And the reason they have to is they've just moved to L.A. They need a big splash. They can't take a Division II quarterback, even though his overall record is like, I don't know, some crazy like 75-2 over his 4 or 5 years he was there.
So they're taking Goff?
They're going to take Goff. They have to.
All right, so I'm going to go with Wentz just to go against you.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. Whether Wentz goes first or second, best player coming out of this draft. Just like McNabb, he's going to take care of Philadelphia for the next decade.
Yeah.
He's going to be the guy.
It's probably right, and because some of the big names like not Drew Brees, who's the guy for Dallas? Romo, he was Division II as well, and there's some big quarterbacks at Division II. and I think he knows how to handle this. He's probably the most pro-ready. I saw Goff play the Utes. He threw 4 picks, and it wasn't like the Utes were playing great defense. They were terrible throws.
So you're going for Goff, and I got Wentz for the number 1 in the pick.
And 10 years from now, we'll see which one was the better player. We'll be back in 10 years to let you know how that goes.
Good call.
NBA playoffs, injuries. Curry goes down. We think, okay, now it's wide open. On the heels of that, Clippers lose Paul and Blake Griffin, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. So my question is to you, who takes the series for the
We're both taking Golden State.
Golden
we both
State's
think
gonna
Golden
win.
State's going to
Houston's
win.
garbage.
So this
They're
pick
done.
of the week is Portland or LA Clippers.
Who's going to win? Tied 2-2.
2-2.
And the Clippers just lost their 2 biggest stars.
So I'll let you pick first.
I got to go with Portland.
All right, I'll go with LA.
And you're going to do that. And Portland, rocking somebody from Weber State, a Utah player. You know, I think Portland's going to win it. They got the momentum up here, and the Clippers are beat mentally. Clippers are beat mentally right now.
You know, they are, but they'll come back.
It's the Clippers.
It is the Clippers, but you know, they'll be here.
Next,
All
you
right.
in a softball, Spanish Fork, Tooele and Springville, big games, because in Region 8, aren't they behind on both of those? Let's look that up. Region
They are.
8,
Tooele, they're ahead of because they're a 3A team, and then the other 2 are right up in the mix.
Right. Springville's right ahead of them.
And then Spanish Fork is the best team in the state.
Wow. So what do we got?
So I'm going to go ahead and call it 2-3.
2-3. Who are they winning?
They're going to win
That's
2
what I
games.
wanna know.
They're going to lose to Spanish Fork.
They're going to lose to Spanish Fork, and they're going to win the other 2. That's what John calls. Boy, that's a tough one. I think they get 1 and 2. They're going to beat Tooele, the 3A team, and they're going to lose to both the teams that are headed in their own region. Sorry, girls. I got to beat John. I got faith in you, but I think it's 1 and 2.
So I went against you twice, and you just gave me that one. So next week, it'll be caught back up to 4 and 5. I'll be 5 because now it's 4 and 4 because I won the week, right?
No. Because I got the 100% of the votes.
Oh, my goodness.
100% of the votes, 5 and 3. I think the season's mine. I had 1 more week and I got it locked up. Sorry, Uintah. I think you're going to lose 2, and we're going to find out. So we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this.
Have a great first day of school, sweetie. Buckle up.
Good night, honey. Buckle up.
Buckle up.
No, okay, I'm gonna tell him.
If you love someone,
Hey, Dad,
tell them to buckle up.
buckle up.
The Mako robot is a robotic arm that assists me in surgery. We're able to do a scan of the joint for joint replacement, put that 3D info into the computer of the robot, and then we can plan exactly on the computer where those implants should go. It doesn't allow me to make any mistakes. The most exciting thing for me about the robot is what it can do for my patient. This is the Mako Robotic Arm, exclusive here at Uintah Basin Medical Center.
Welcome back to the Sports Spin. It's time for my Fast Dash.
We're here on the... Do you want to do it, John?
No, you go ahead.
All right, I'm in. We're here on the Fast Dash with Bestie, as we call him.
Yeah.
Who calls you Bestie?
Everybody on the field, 'cause I'm the best on the field.
Andrew Bestenliner here on the Fast Dash. You ready for this? We're going to put a minute on the clock, and we're going to see if you can answer the questions. You ready for this?
Yep.
Up on the board is a minute, and we're going to let John start. Here we go.
I don't see the minute.
There's
it's
no
not there.
minute.
There it is.
There it
You ready?
is.
Here we go.
Minute.
Prom or soccer?
Soccer.
Bestie or Drew?
Bestie.
There we go.
Messi or bestie?
Bestie.
Atta kid.
Yellow or red card?
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Blondes or brunettes?
Ooh, definitely brunettes.
Your
Atta
coach
kid.
or your girlfriend?
Coach.
Mark or John?
John.
Almost got one, Mark.
Almost got one. Soccer or WWE?
Soccer.
Oh, come on.
All right, so I have a really good one for you, Andrew. Trevin or Kobe?
Trevin.
Maple Mountain or Wasatch?
Wasatch.
Really?
What's your favorite sport?
Soccer.
Smack talk or walking the walk?
Smack talk.
All right, who's the best team in soccer?
Uintah.
Atta kid.
Penalty kick or standing in the wall?
Penalty kick.
Who's going to win the NBA this year?
Definitely the Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder.
They could.
There you go.
Curry's out, Blake and Paul are out. I mean, it's wide open.
I like it.
All right, thanks for joining us on the Sport Spin, presented by Uintah Basin Healthcare. Health and healing, every person, every time. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next week.